there, I'm Scott Nicholson. I'm a professor at Syracuse University, and I'm going to talk about Beyond Badges, a recipe for meaningful gamification. The other stuff I do is direct the Because Play Matters Game Lab, and I use the Game Designers Guild in order to make a difference, to empower gamers in our local community to go out and change the world. But first, I'm going to talk a little bit about gamification, which is a bad word to many of you out there. This is my own definition. I'm writing a book called The Gamification Journey. Gamification is the application of gameful or playful layers. It's a layer designed to motivate involvement with a specific context. And so the idea here, it's not game-based learning. If you take one thing away from today, gamification is different than game-based learning. Gamification is a layer. Game-based learning is a self-contained thing where you're trying to reach learning outcomes. So Carmen Sandiego was not actually out there catching crooks. This isn't gamification. So gamification is when you want to have some sort of layer. I've created a term for the typical reward-based gamification called Blap, for badges, levels, leaderboards, achievements, and points. And you put all this together, you drop it on a real-world context, it lands with a blap, and you say, yay, we can motivate people. You know, we've been doing this for a while in classrooms. It's called the syllabus. The syllabus, if you think about it, is really just a set of fairly meaningless points that we use to manipulate our students to get them to do something. We're actually very good at using gamification in our classrooms. We've been around for a while. We've been using badges for a while too. There's this universal system of badges that's out there that we know about the badges. They allow people to demonstrate their capabilities in this web-based virtual space, all the terms. And the problem with grades, the problem with these badges is that it demotivates the desire to learn. You know, this is what we're going to run into. While people are saying, can I get a grade for this? It's going to be, am I going to get a badge for this? If we focus on these badging structures, are people going to pursue things they don't get badges for? So there's got to be a better way out there. And I got to thinking, what else can we do? There's other stuff in games other than rewards to try and bring people into and motivate them. You know, there's concepts like play and fun and storytelling. So I got to thinking, well, what's going on here? How can we get away from rewards? And I began exploring some of the books out there, and I found Alfie Kohn's Punished by Rewards. If you haven't looked at this book will change your life. If you're interested in looking at a similar topic on management or on businesses, look at Daniel Pink's Drive. Both of these books are based on self-determination theory, which is the sort of stuff you want to do to have a positive outlook towards life. This is the underlying message. Rewards replace the pre-existing interest. So if you like reading books, then you go to the library and they give you pizza for reading books, and they take away the pizza, they take away also your desire for reading books, which is why teenagers are the least likely people to come to a library. Oh, so can we do better? So I look at creating something called meaningful gamification, which is the idea of using elements from games and play that aren't rewards to build up people's intrinsic motivation by helping them find a deep and personal, meaningful connection with the real-world context. So to help you think about this, I put together my recipe, the letters of the word recipe, 6 things that you can do instead of rewards to help people get engaged. Reflection, exposition, choice, information, play, and engagement. So first we're going to talk about play. So play is the idea, it's this space where you go to choose to explore in. Play is something that is optional. You can't force someone to play. If you say we're doing play-based assessment, you're doing it wrong. Because the time you say you have to play, well, it's no longer play. So play is where you create this space, like science museums, like Epcot Center. People pay $100 to go learn about world culture. They don't need badges. Choice. The idea of giving learners a choice of things. Think about the one-room schoolhouse model. Different people in a schoolhouse are learning different things. Give the learners the choice to create their own space. I let my students create their own syllabus. I give them the choice to set their learning. Engagement. Engagement is giving people the ability to find meaning by finding other people that already like that, by finding affinity groups, by finding communities of practice, by making those personal connections. People can find connections that don't require points. This is all about developing meaning. Exposition, storytelling, narrative. I let my students set the narrative for the class, and I play whatever role. In this class, they set me as evil Dr. Nicholson, who was there manipulating them as they were rats in a maze trying to escape. So I took it on. I had fun. I dressed up. The students loved it. Information, helping people understand why it is they're getting the points they're getting, or why they're doing what they're doing. Helping them understand that math is actually used in engines. They're helping them understand that information literacy is used by journalists, giving them the context to help them understand why things are going on. And reflection. Dewey said you have to do plus reflect in order to learn. Reflection is taking a step back and thinking about what you're doing. Twine, for example, is a great tool for getting people to reflect. It allows you to write a choose-your-own-adventure story. YouTube can be used to make choose-your-own-adventure stories with videos. So this is the recipe. Now I take the term gamification and I use it. I don't throw it away. I don't use gameful design because I want people who might find gamification to stumble across this and say, hey, is there something else? What's this meaningful gamification? Does that mean there's such a thing as meaningless gamification? Well, there is. So stop relying upon rewards and try to make a difference by helping your learners find meaning in what's going on. For more, I've got 5 articles here at becauseplaymatters.com/pubs. Thank you.